Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology once again. Let's illuminate the path of others so that they can see the way out of darkness, their own darkness. Yes, this is what I have quoted on my Guru Purnima post. So I hope you all are following that, and I hope you all had a great time today and tomorrow. Um, Thank you so much for all the wishes. I have received many messages on the Guru Purnima. I really thank you all for your kind wishes and prayers and blessings. Thank you so much. And I thank you all instead, because you all have been a part of this journey wherein I have reached where I am today. It's really a pleasurable journey with you all being there, posting such lovely comments and being, participating completely. I really appreciate you all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, everybody. And may God bless you all. May God bless us all, the whole universe, which really needs the blessings, right? So today I'm here. I can't go without sharing the knowledge, a little bit of knowledge that I have. So, what is happening in the sky? As usual, I'm here with the transit video, and this is a little tough one, but at the same time, we do have some remedies that we can actually sail through this phase as well. As we all know, Rahu has been in Vargotama, that is in the Navamsa of Taurus, from the May month. And it's going to be there in the till the 19th, since 25th or till the from the 9th of May, from the 9th of May 2021 till the 19th of August, Rahu is going to be Vargotama. Ketu is going to be Vargotama as well. What is Vargotama? A planet when is in the same sign as in the Rashi chart or the Lagna Kundli, in the D9 also, in the Navamsa Kundli also. Vargotama doesn't mean that it's going to give only positive or only negative results. It actually amplifies the results. Whatever results a particular planet gives, those results are felt even more because it is double the impact. Now, what is happening in the sky? Rahu has been in Taurus. Saturn is joining this Rahu on the 24th of, that is when I'm making this video. It's about to enter the Taurus Navamsa also. On the 26th, even Mars is going to be joining these two. Though Mars is going to be there for a short while, going to be there for say approximately 1 week or so, but this Saturn and Rahu conjunction in the D9 is going to be till the 19th of August. So this is a very important transit and needed attention. So I'm making this video. I'll share the screen and I'll show you as usual through my charts as to how the sky is looking like. So this will actually help you understand and what are the results that we are going to be feeling mundane wise, on the mundane predictions. I'm going to be sharing that as well, because this kind of configuration in the sky of the planets basically leads to something to do with mundane global issues. So we have to understand these transits, and I'll just switch off because you can't see the whole charts. Yeah. So as you can see in the, one second, let me note so that you can see. Yeah. So as you can see, Saturn is in the Capricorn sign in the ascendant in the Lagna Kundli in Capricorn sign, and Rahu is in Taurus, and Ketu is in Scorpio. Mars is also in a fixed sign. Now, in the Rashi chart, this is the Navamsa, and this is the South Indian, the North Indian chart that I've put up so that you can easily understand also. So here, Rahu and Saturn, as you can see, are in Taurus sign on the 24th. From 24th onwards, they're going to be together in this Taurus sign in the D9. And soon after, say, a day or so, even the Mars is going to be joining them. So that is something which is really, really important to know. Yes, this is 26th when Mars is also in the Navamsa of Taurus. So on the global level, we have to understand what are these planets, what do these planets denote? See, Mars is armed forces, army, naval. These are also secret enemies, accidents, abduction, unnatural deaths, roadblocks, air crashes, hurricanes, volcanoes, copper, gold, as a matter of fact. And this also brings about courage in us. This is even, I have seen Saturn and Rahu, when they are conjunct together with this Mars, there are many, many earthquakes and epidemics. See, I'm again not being a negative one, a negative and a scary astrologer. It's just a forewarning kind of a video, because, you know, it's not that if I will say something, the things will happen, or if I will not say anything, something which, is going to be avoided. But yes, these are going to be impacting us on the mundane level also. And I will be sharing as per your ascendant or the moon sign also as to how this is going to be impacting you. See, Saturn represents real estate, iron ore, underground mines, minerals, old people, diseases, arthritis, oil. Also, it denotes difficulties in foreign exchange, countries' exports, judicial system, architects, civil engineers, wool, leather, all these are denoted, and many, many more. Famines, droughts, farmers, natural calamities, earthquakes. These are all denoted by Saturn, even floods. Now, what is Rahu? Rahu is violence. Rahu is aggressiveness in people, rebellion, and that's happening already, since don't you know that Mars and Rahu have also been together. And Rahu has been, as I said, since the 9th of May in Taurus sign, in D9 also. D9 is a very important chart. It's the ninth division of this D1. This also relates to anti-religious, anti-social activities. You know what is happening. There are two communities wherein some people say get vaccinated, some people say don't get vaccinated. So it's because of Rahu. Rahu is the one. Rahu is a foreigner. Rahu is a foreign country. Epidemics, anything suddenness which is happening is because of Ketu. But anything which is happening related to accidents, poisoning, these are all because of Rahu energy. So today on the Guru Purnima day, I'm here to tell you that this combination in the sky is little precarious. So we all have to be extra cautious about our health, and we have to be little extra, that edge, about your own health, about your own people's health is required during this time. Though there are positives attached to these getting conjunct also, which I will be sharing as per your sign. But this sign of Taurus, basically, it is stocks and bonds also, national debt, currency, general gains and losses, financial transactions, resources of the nation, investments, fluctuations. So all this is also denoted by the second house, national trade, commerce, exports, imports. And as you know, all these are on all-time low. They are completely on the uh, all-time low, and they are hit negatively. These conditions we are facing from a long time. Now, when these are together, they can be that there will be some economic condition which, can suddenly rise and suddenly fall. That is one thing which we can anticipate. Then poor revenues, bankruptcy, depression in market is also seen from this kind of a combination. With Mars, I feel that there will be, sudden expenditures on defense, maybe too much of defense expenses. And with Rahu, there can be that the economic condition will be falling. So, as we all know, things are not looking that great as it is. But what I mean to say here is that Jupiter is a big time saving grace here. We do have Jupiter also in the Navamsa, and we have Jupiter in the 11th sign in the first Lagna Kundli, also in our natural zodiac. So 11th house is actually, agreements. Maybe if we make certain agreements, contracts on time with the foreigners, with the foreign alliances. This is for all the countries I'm talking about in general. So this will bring about some national plans, international relations, gain from other nations also, gain from foreign trade, cooperative societies and legislations. All these will also get in momentum with Jupiter in the 11th sign. So this is not just, a transit which is to be read in seclusion, in isolation. We have to check all the other planetary positions during this 1 month's time also, till the 19th of August especially, because Mars, Rahu and Saturn, they're going to be conjunct. Mars is going to be conjunct only till the 31st of this month, and Rahu and Saturn will be together. So this is, this brings about, I will share few examples when Taurus and Scorpio signs get active. There are certain, events which have taken place in the past, like earthquakes and all. So we have to be little extra cautious during this time. See, in 1912, it was in sinking of the Titanic also, when Mars and Rahu got conjunct. So that is something, which generally, and Saturn and Mars conjunction brings about, the Operation Blue Star in 1984. That was because of Saturn and Mars conjunction. And Saturn and Rahu conjunction generally brings about, the riots and, something to do with war-like situations also. So these are all forewarning signals. And the good thing is that we have a lot of time to ourselves to think, contemplate, and be a little more on the perseverance side. Don't give up the perseverance. You are supposed to be bound to your obligations, your circumstances. You have to be patient. You have to be more on the, building up the stamina on the personal level. Endurance is the key. Working within limits is the key. So all these things, bring about some creative energies in us, and to understand and bring about, when there is a negative or a very malefic kind of an influence, what happens? You become very strong in those particular times. So I feel when this kind of combination is happening in the sky, this is to teach us something, to bring about the real you. So do not at any cost get bogged down by these kind of transits. But yes, these require attention. Very few will tell you what is happening in the sky. So I'm here to tell you this. All right. Now I will be sharing as to what exactly is going to be the result of the sign wise predictions, that if these kind of combinations happen in the sky, in the D9, how is it going to be impacting you personally? All right. But all the more apologies because on this day I didn't want to do this video, but just to be a helping hand again, as usual, I always tell the truth. I don't sugarcoat the facts. So I'm here with another video like this. Please forgive me if I've hurt your sentiments, if I have scared you. Okay, sorry for that. So coming to the sign wise predictions, and if you have liked this video, please do subscribe in. I'm always available for consultations, especially for the August month. The consultations are on by the by the end of the month. I think till the end of the month, middle of the month, the slots are taken. So if you can book a reading, you can book a reading, a consultation with me, one-on-one live voice call, and that's through Zoom. You can just get in touch with my team at vlastrology24@gmail.com, or you can log into vlastrology.com and get to know all the details. So for Aries natives, quickly, this transit is happening, Saturn, Mars, Rahu conjunction, and then Saturn and Rahu conjunction is happening in your second house, basically, if you superimpose this chart. So this is happening on your second house. So this will bring about some dental issues. You have to take care of your speech. You have to be very, very careful about your marital life. Do not get carried away. This is the time to learn the lessons and just undo what you have done. And this can bring about some, some promotion also. Maybe you will be very creative during this time. Investments, positive investments, wherein you will make good amount of money. Utilize this transit because this is giving a lot of energy to you also at the same time. All right. And this is going to be giving you that endurance and that perseverance also. If you are perseverant, then this will give you a lot of success. So don't give up. Definitely a positive transit for you as well. So for Taurus rising people, this is happening over your first house if you superimpose this combination. So this will bring about some confusion in marriage, in your relationships, and will bring about many changes in your life as a person. You might feel suddenly, that you have stopped thinking in a very, negative manner. You are in a negative situation, but at the same time, you're getting that support from the divine. Something is actually kicking you towards, towards growth, towards success, towards progress. It's like swimming against the tide. You're not swimming with you're not having that kind of a scenario where you are having that kind of a flow. So you're swimming against the flow, which is why this particular transit is going to be bringing about positivity to you. You're going to be feeling that energy now. You're very creative. You're going to be feeling that now is the time when you will be forming a connectivity with the foreigners, with the multinational companies, or maybe you will be getting in touch with the people you have not been able to from a long time. You'll be actually speaking up the things that you have not been able to. You're going to be vocal now. Also, you have to, as I said initially, take care of your relationship. Don't expect too much. You're being very indifferent, and especially during this time that will increase, so be careful about that. I'll be giving the remedies also towards the end. Now for Gemini natives, this transit is happening over your 12th house. Very good for generating funds and income from the foreigners, foreign collaborations. You have a lot of energy and zeal now with Rahu, Mars. See, whenever there is a lot of maleficence attached to the 12th house, there can be that you feel little detached from people. You are isolated, but that isolation is to improve on yourself, to work on yourself on bigger projects. It can also lead to some health issues, but you will be able to combat those energies as well, because Mars is there in the 12th house to combat those energies. You need that, immune system also. Ketu is in your 6th house, so this can lead to some accidents, some, problems related to your competitors, maybe with the office colleagues. You have some kind of difference of opinion, and you vary in your creative abilities. Your ideas don't match up. That happens. So this is the time when you have to put in a little bit of extra effort, and you will be able to do well. You will have that kind of chemistry with that person you're having problems with, because this is actually an emotional, trine. So you do feel a little uncomfortable if you're not getting that kind of support from the people at the place of work. But this is definitely going to be giving some support to you. This transit is going to give some support from the foreigners. But in the foreign land, if you travel or you go, then this is little problematic phase. Or maybe you have to leave. It's better not to leave the place where you are. It's better to be there, because the foreign land would be a tough position for your situation for you. Okay. For Cancer natives, this transit is happening over your 11th house. 11th house generally is considered to be good for the malefics. It's the Ukshaya house. So whenever all the planets, are forming a clustering in the 11th house, so this is definitely going to give you fulfillment of desires. You're going to be innovative, some creative abilities, influential people you'll be connecting with. Even government, will be supportive of you. So maybe you will be launching some new projects, products, forming some kind of connectivity with the seniors, and you're going to be actually finding solutions to your problems. Very creative energy for you. So this is a very positive transit. In case you have any kind of difference of opinion, sort it out rather than prolonging these energies, negativity around you. It's better to sort it out and come up with the solutions. There are certain problems and hindrances to your children or the student natives that also they will be able to sail through if their perseverance is there, and if there is endurance. Endurance is the key. Okay, follow these words and you will be able to sail through this transit as well. For Leo natives, some changes you can anticipate at the place of work. Strongly, I feel that there is definitely some elevation at the place of work. Some creative energies are going to get acknowledged, creative ideas. You are very creative as it is. This is a very creative kind of a sign. So, because it's Venetian also, and don't have any kind of fixations. Be a little more flexible, because Leos are very firm about, and they really don't budge. Generally, I've seen, but you can, it's a fixed sign also, and it is a very, it's a fiery energy also. So don't be too be rational and be wise during this phase. Do not get carried away in your emotions with your seniors and bosses. And this is also the place where moon exalts. So you can be more creative, and it's very good for the engineers. Generally, I've seen with this kind of a combination with Saturn, Mars, Rahu, electrical, especially electrical or civil engineers, mechanical engineers, they do really well during this time. So the technical part, is going to be taken care of. So you can use this transit to build on yourself, and you can build others also. Be a leader. Okay. Now for Virgo natives, this transit is happening over your 9th house, the clustering in the D9. So we bring these planets to D1. And here, there is something to do with your creativity, your progeny, some issues that you have to resolve, and your love and relationship also. We have to figure out as to where Saturn is, where Mars is, and then we have to bring these planets here. So this will bring about some energies where you will be forming some connectivity with your children. Progeny is on cards. There can be a procedure or IVF treatment that you have to take. Also, there can be some travels which you have been waiting for, road journeys, or you can maybe train journeys or air journeys, depending on where you are, which country, which place you are, and how is the lockdown position and condition. But yes, during this time, I would suggest do not get carried away in your investments. This can lead to some economic setback. So be careful, when I'm making this video, so I'm just forewarning you. So just go by those, okay? I give you the remedy towards the end. Do hear the remedy part towards the end, because I forgot to give it in the beginning. So you actually should be doing, something which actually gives you, maybe, acquire more knowledge, read more books during this time. Something to do with technical. If you are a technical person yourself, read, acquire more knowledge related to your own subject. This will give you more, you will feel empowered. Okay, so do that. Now, for Libra natives, this transit is happening over your 8th house. This is a very transformational phase for you. You might feel a little aggressive. You might get carried away, some confusion in as to what I should do, what I should not do. Saturn and Mars are also there with Rahu in the 8th house. So this brings about some kind of research work. You're very research oriented mindset, and you're a very balanced person also. So this will bring about some deeper knowledge, going into the deeper realms, illuminating those ideas that are subtle. So this is the time when you should bring forward those energies and utilize this transit and make the best use of these planets. They do have positivity in them as well. It's not that they're so far from here. It's just that we have to understand what they can do, and we should derive the best things from them. So whatever said and done, 8th house is obstacles, hurdles, but at the same time, if you will be composed, if you are maintaining that composure, definitely this transit is going to help you overall. Okay, as a person, you will be a very different and a positive person, for sure. For Scorpio natives, this transit happens over your 7th house. A lot of energy as to communicating with the people apart from you. Anybody. It could be your partner, it could be the people around you, place of work, outside world, anybody you are interacting with. You have to be leaving that indifferent nature of yours. You have to be mixing kinds, you have to understand people more, you have to be compassionate. This is the time when you will be interacting more, and you will be bringing about those subtle energies in you also out. You don't know what exactly the creativity, the kind of caliber and potential you have. So recognize that potential with this transit, because these are all malefic influences, malefic planets, materialistic planets. So this definitely is going to enhance your financial position as well. It's going to uplift your financial positions as well. Take care of your health, take care of your spouse's health, also your lower abdominal region during this time. Definitely, it is going to be a positive transit if you are ready to make certain changes in you yourself, right? For Sagittarius natives, this transit is happening in your 6th house. 6th house is hidden enemies. Maybe during this time, some hidden enemies, some hidden diseases, undiagnosed diseases will come up, and you will be able to get the treatment done. Whatever the treatment you have not been able to do till now, this is the time when you will be able to actually, that treatment is not just the physical, it can be mental, it can be that your work, some treatment is required in that particular job or task that you have been doing and you're not been able to crack it. So now is the time you'll be able to, because Rahu is looking at your 10th house also, and Saturn is in the trine to Rahu as well. Rahu is looking at the Saturn, not to forget that. So at the place of work, you might have a lot of confusion, but with this combination, you're going to crack it. So with the government, with the people around you, you will get all the support. Be a little more, you're overcritical. So be less critical. That is the key. Okay. And you're too meticulous also. So that's something good. I like being meticulous, but yeah, make sure that you make certain changes, modify yourself towards better, and be more flexible. All right. Coming to Capricorn. For Capricorn natives, this transit of Taurus accumulation of planets is happening in your 5th house. If we superimpose this fifth house from here to there. So for you, basically, it is something which will bring about a lot of creativity in you. You might go get carried away or get lured by the external forces to go in for major investments, bigger chunk of money you'll be pumping into your business or your projects that you are in with the foreign collaborations, something where you can or you're prone to getting your funds stuck. So be careful. These projects are actually, in the pipeline from a long time. So I think you can wait for some more time till the time this combination is there. At least that time you can avoid. With in your love romance, also there is a lot of confusion. There is aggression. There is some indifference. You're being indifferent to the partner. So all those energies you have to actually work through during this time. Not so good, I would say, but yeah, with Saturn retrogression, there is a big time saving grace, and Saturn is going to be retrograde when Rahu leaves the zone. So this definitely is giving you a chance to understand people around you, be more creative, don't go overboard in your investments, and take care of your mother's health also. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this transit of Taurus, clustering of Rahu, Mars, Saturn is going to be happening over your fourth house. This is very good for technical education in case you have to go in for some overseas enrollment of your college, university. So this is going to be the time you will be doing it. Also, it is very positive for buying or purchasing of land, property, related to, but you have to, maybe it's not going to be a new property, maybe you are looking at a very old kind of a property, or it's a property which is very far from the the urban zone where people are very well connected, maybe you're on the outskirts. So this is going to be a position where you will be having a lot of inclination towards these zones, investments, getting into the home decor, renovation. You're going to be inclined towards that. Just be careful that before signing any documents, if you are buying something, you should actually reread all these things, because there can be some disputes involved as well. So you have to be a little extra cautious about that. In case you are thinking of changing your line of profession, in case you're thinking of taking up some new projects, so this is the time you should be actually reconsidering all these things. Overall, I think it's good. Take care of your mother's health. Okay, that's something which can get impacted negatively. Otherwise, it's a very good positive transit for you. All right. For the last sign, that is Pisces, this transit position of Taurus sign clustering is happening over your third house. If you superimpose all the planets here and bring them here, they are in the third house. Third house basically is of communication, connecting with people. There can be misunderstandings with people, which can lead to a lot of complications. You have to be a little more flexible, a little more understanding. This is something which is very general and very common that I'm saying. But yes, I'm talking about astrology. I'm talking as per the planetary positions in the sky. So if they're saying that put a little extra effort there, so it's better. There are certain delegations, some foreign clients, some foreign collaborations you're going to be actually getting in touch with, you're going to be having during this time. But at the same time, you have to be very cautious in documentation. This can lead to some discrepancy or something hidden. So be more cautious about these areas, because you can go haywire, or maybe you can get overwhelmed with the situation. Oh, I got a good price of a particular thing and you're getting a good deal. So what happens, you get overwhelmed and you forget the nitty-gritties. So just pay attention to those areas, and then it will be positive for you as well. There are certain friends, there are certain friends who are going to be supportive of you. Take their advice. You can have problems with your siblings also. So don't form that kind of a relationship where you feel that the siblings are not liking what you're saying and they are opposing of whatever is happening. So just form a good connectivity. Now, for as far as the remedies are concerned, see, I always say that whenever there are certain, combinations in the sky related to the planets which are malefics, the best remedy is don't get bogged down by them. Rahu confuses you. Mars is courage. Now that courage, that boldness should not turn into aggression. Rahu will confuse you, will lure you. That's a worldly planet, materialistic planet. So it will pull you down. So you don't have to get consumed by these worldly things. Rather, be more practical, be more emotionally attached to your people, understand them. Saturn is perseverance, Saturn is hard work. If you are going on that path, Saturn will definitely bless you abundantly. Also, you should chant Hanuman Chalisa because that is the remedy for all the planetary positions, all the configuration in the sky right now. Mars is actually taming all these energies. Mars is Mangal. Mangal is ruled by Hanumanji, Lord Hanuman. So chant Hanuman Chalisa is the safest one, and there is no diksha required for that. So the best would be Hanuman Chalisa. All right. Let me quickly go through the chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm very late in India, but yeah, in some parts it's good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, lovely comments. Thank you. Astrology is like an ocean. Yes, Rajesh. This is beautiful. I have Saturn and Rahu in my 7th house, Pisces. Okay. See, it's an ocean. There's a very nice comment here. It's an ocean. So what happens when these are the combinations in the sky? We all should be aware of them. The astrologers should not keep it to themselves. Most of you know it. It's better to convey it to people. It's better to forewarn them, address these transit positions. If you're running through the dasha of Saturn, Rahu, or Mars, Mars, Rahu, Saturn, whatever, these three planets are predominant in your horoscope, then even more. So you have to check the way I always say, check the promise, then the dasha, and lastly the transits. They don't create any kind of events. All right. Stay blessed. I close here and I will be joining in with the weeklies soon, and have a great, great year ahead. All of you keep blessing me, be blessed, and keep praying for everyone's well-being. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Om Tat Sat.